ear. It kind of masks the pain. It is short-term effect, but it can give some relief, hence the name, clear relief drops. So there's some ideas there. If you're going to wear ear protection, there's different types of ear protection available. You can get custom swim plugs, which are probably, in some regards, the best option because they're custom made for the ear. They create a very tight seal, an airtight and watertight seal, so it's very difficult for water to get through. I would recommend, if you're using custom swim plugs, just to put a thin lacquer of Vaseline around the edge when inserting it, because they are by proxy meant to be very, very tight fitting, and they do have like a rubbery material to help, because it expands in the ear as the temperature rises to create even tighter seal. You can get different materials that the swim plugs are made of, but generally they're very rubbery, silicone based. So that sometimes it can graze the skin as you're putting it in and you're moving your jaw. So a bit of, even a squirt of olive oil around it, really. It just helps to lubricate it. And the oil will be a good thing again, because it will, again, provide a hydrophobic barrier. So if the water can somehow is attempting to get in between the cracks between the mold and the ear canal, the olive oil can help repel that. So that's option one. You can get over-the-counter swim plugs. You can get these foam ones where you squash and put it in your ear, or some, again, silicone ones where you almost swivel in the ear. But again, the silicone swivel plugs, I think they can cause a bit of trauma to the ear canal because they're going to graze it. I prefer the foam ones, if anything, because you can squeeze it, put it in, and let it expand, and it's a softer material. It's not going to graze the skin of the ear canal. You can get silicone swim putty. So there's moldable putty you can get that you can try and put it in on the entrance of the ear, so you don't have to put it in. So some of the negatives of these swim plugs that I've just described, they are designed to go inside the ear canal. So if you are a wax sufferer and you're having to get your ears cleaned regularly, it can inadvertently push it further in. I had an interesting case today of a client who came from Birmingham. She's in extreme pain, and she wears swim plugs not only when she goes swimming, but also at night when she's in bed, so she doesn't get disturbed. And it was a very, very extreme impaction caused by these swim plugs. So the patient doesn't use cotton buds, but they just wear these sleep and swim plugs, and it pushed the wax right up against the eardrum. It was very painful for her upon attending, and she went yesterday to another clinic, tried to have it removed, but it was too uncomfortable. And prior to attending today, she took a couple of painkillers, some paracetamol, and we got it out for her. It was unfortunately just uncomfortable because she was already uncomfortable when she arrived, but we managed to get it out, and it's a lot better. But so I discussed the options with her today of how to protect the ear without trying to plug something in. So you've got these sprays, and if you do get water in, again, you can use 1 part rubbing alcohol, 1 part vinegar. I'm not sure if there's any ready-made solutions out there. Or you can use ear calm, but that doesn't contain the alcohol to help absorb moisture, water, and cause it to evaporate. You can use the clear relief drops, which contains glycerol. So there are options there. Then you've got the various plugs, swim plugs, custom made, over the counter, and then the silicone moldable ones. And with those, you can just try and put at the entrance and see if you can create a seal. Sometimes even cotton wool with a bit of Vaseline around it is going to be a good option. Just don't make sure you don't put it too deep in the ear. I've had it before where people try that and they put it too deep in the ear and they can't extract it. So just, again, pat it at the entrance. Have a big piece, Vaseline around the ear. So these are all things you can do. Now,